Alright guys, so obviously Tuesday evening we had the early Modern Warfare multiplayer reveal event where all of the YouTubers and influencers got flown out to get the game revealed to them early, and they got the opportunity to play the game, full multiplayer matches of the actual multiplayer, not gunfight. And within this video I want to go through a bunch of their first impressions and reactions and pretty much what they've been saying on Twitter. So obviously we're not going to be going through any spoilers because they're not allowed to say anything specifically, but it's cool to see exactly how hyped they are and how they're feeling. Let's start off here with the Gamer Revolution. He says, quote, coming from one of my sources regarding Modern Warfare, I promise you this game is a saving grace. I understand why the community is skeptical, but trust me, I've worked my butt off for this game. So very interesting that he is saying that, coming from obviously the Gamer Revolution source, which is a guy at Infinity Ward, and he's understanding, like, you know what, I understand why people are scared and skeptical, like, is this game really going to bring the community back? And he's saying they're really, sure that it's going to happen. But let's go through what actual people have been saying, reacting to the presentation and then also the gameplay. So I think for a lot of people, these YouTubers, they were tweeting out all the different fire emojis after the presentation, so they hadn't even played the game yet, and they just saw whatever presentation they were shown and they were still hyped, which is very interesting. So let me give you guys the time frame of this here. So T Martin tweeted out, presentation is about to start. That was 8:23 p.m. Eastern time, and then obviously you start to see the tweets roll in, their first impressions, 9:15 p.m. So about an hour or so, less than maybe 45 minutes for this presentation, and that presentation probably had full overviews of what this multiplayer is all about, probably some full gameplay clips, and honestly, I think honestly they showed the YouTubers a bit of campaign. I feel like all of these people are hyped. I mean, it makes sense for them to be hyped for multiplayer, but I feel like they showed a little bit of campaign during that presentation, because all of the let's just go through the tweets here, because they seem so hyped, and a lot of them already played multiplayer for gunfight. So I mean, I understand why they're so hyped for multiplayer for the normal game mode, because it's obviously going to be so sick and there's so much new stuff probably, but it seems a bit interesting. So, Carnage Apollo, he says, Modern Warfare is freaking insane, dude, yo. We have swag. The Modern Warfare multiplayer presentation had me speechless. He goes on to say 15 out of 10, and he also responds to someone. The guy said sensational, and he said, dude, incredible. Charlie Intel with this emoji here. We have Raid Away, wow, I'm speechless, followed up by this again, same emoji. This emoji again from Jay Bruno, another YouTuber. These guys pretty much have similar reactions, and every tweet I found with any YouTuber tweeting out that they were at the event, they pretty much had the same reaction, just that they were mind blown, and everyone is just saying, like, wow, like they're just in shock. And honestly, it makes me feel like these YouTubers and these people, they just weren't expecting what they saw, and that's why I think they must have shown them something just so crazy, because I feel like multiplayer, they would have probably had that reaction, but there must have been something insane. They must have showed so many different features. They must have showed them this crazy new multiplayer feature that no one knew was going to be in the game, and maybe even the leaks hadn't picked up on. Who knows what it is, but obviously it seems like they have these crazy reactions. And now, T Martin, you're seeing below 10:29 p.m. This is later on after the actual presentation. They're finally getting to play this actual game. So we're going to probably see a ton more reactions for the actual gameplay, them getting hands-on, and we'll get some more first impressions on how this game feels, and we'll probably get all that stuff on Thursday once the YouTubers are allowed to actually talk about it, and we'll get our impressions as well when we actually get to see it. Unfortunately, we won't be able to play it, but we'll be able to see it, and we'll actually have some understanding of like what this game is really all about, and if it's actually as good as these YouTubers are making it seem out to be. Because I think obviously if you're being invited out to an early gameplay event for a new Call of Duty, you're probably going to have these reactions. I'm not going to say like, oh, obviously, if I went there, I would probably have the reaction anyway, but the fact that they're so sort of consistent and 100% of the people seem to have this insane mind-blown reaction, and you guys know, like, like Infinity Ward, they want people to criticize their game. They've said time and time again, like, we invite these YouTubers out. They invited T Martin. He is a harsh criticizer now, at least in the past couple of years of Call of Duty. He said openly, like, I will criticize this game if it's not good, and they still invited him out. So they want the criticism. So the fact that all these people have been giving this game, or at least the presentation, even for the multiplayer, this good, shocking reaction, that's a good sign. So again, we'll see for sure for ourselves on Thursday, but as of now, it's definitely a good sign. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.